Hey guys, Comfy here. In today's video, I am going to do a quarterback tier list, including every single starting and rookie QB, or almost starting QB, in the NFL. I'm gonna make these all quick and simple, make it very easy to follow, because honestly, sometimes I can just talk for forever. So I'm just gonna start off by placing every single rookie QB here, make this quick and easy. Every single rookie QB and JJ McCarthy into this bottom tier. Not saying they're going to be bad, not saying they're going to be good. It's just I can't really rank them on anything except for either what we think they can be or preseason, like one preseason game. So we this is just I'm putting these on a group because we really don't know how to rank them. So after saying that, had to say that real quick. Wanted to do that before I actually got into all the QBs I can rank. I'm gonna start off with Anthony Richardson. He is one of the worst QBs, if not the worst QB in the NFL. Legitimately terrible. And the fact is, he's probably gonna lose the starting job to Daniel Jones, and Daniel Jones is also terrible. So Anthony Richardson, the worst completion percentage in the NFL last year. He's a very good scrambler, but other than that, his accuracy is legitimately one of the worst, if not the worst in the NFL. Legitimately the worst QB in the NFL. Moving on, we have Aaron Rodgers. Aaron Rodgers, I think he's average. He's average. He's okay. The thing is, you're not going to lose really because of Aaron Rodgers, but you're not going to win anymore because of Aaron Rodgers. Aaron Rodgers is very average now. He's old as dirt. He's kind of a problem when it comes to a lot. He's kind of like an outside off-field problem. He doesn't know when to shut up, but he's okay. He's an average QB now. But yeah, I think the Steelers aren't going to be bad because of him, but they're not going to. They're also not going to win too much because of him as well. So I'm putting him there. Next, we have Baker Mayfield, my goat. If I'm being honest, he's good. Let me actually. I'm gonna change this up. I'm gonna change this up. There we go. Had to fix that real quick. Good slash great, because the best is legitimately going to be only like three people, 4 people. So I'm putting Baker. I think Baker Mayfield is great, and not just simply good, but I think he's great. Next, another goat is Bo Nix. I'm putting him also here as well, and the good part of this category. He's a very good QB. I take him over Aaron Rodgers any day right now. Bo Nix looked amazing last year. He kind of got put under. He's not talked about as much because of how really a great an all time great Jayden Daniels rookie season was. But Bo Nix had a really good season, regardless of just simply being a rookie. He fits perfectly in Sean Payton's scheme. Not saying he can only be good under that under Sean Payton. I'm not saying he's a system QB, but the thing is, I think he is really good, but I really want to see him progress even more this coming up season, which I think he will. Moving on, we have Brock Purdy. This might be kind of a hot take. I think he is simply just good. I know that might be hot, that might not. Some people might put him in average, some people might put him in great, but I think he's simply good. Uh, I don't know. Brock Purdy didn't really he had the opportunity to really show how good he is last season with all those injuries, and he really didn't. Brock Purdy just looked average, but I think he is better than Aaron Rodgers. I can't put him in the tier of Aaron Rodgers. Moving on, we have Bryce Young. Bryce Young's average. I think he's average. He looked really good in the last 4 games, 4 or 5 games with the Panthers. He looked pretty damn good after he got benched. But I don't know. I can't rank him with these three at all. Off just those handful of games, we have to see if he can continue that into next season. He has much better weapons than he did last year. Let's see if he can. Not saying the Panthers is an amazing team, and if he does similar to what he did last season, he's going to be just fine. He's keeping the starting job. But if he does even less or worse than he did last season, even in that final handful of games, we might be seeing a new QB in Carolina. Moving on, we have C.J. Stroud. C.J. Stroud, I'm going to put here, and good and great. I'll put him next to Baker. C.J. Stroud is a really good QB. I'm not taking what happened last year too much in account of what I think they really are. C.J. Stroud had one of the worst O-lines in the league last year. All of his receivers got hurt. Granted, was he perfect? Not by any means. But the thing is, C.J. Stroud still looked really good, especially in that playoff game. He looked very good. And the thing is, he wasn't the reason why the Texans were so middle of the road or just and just the only let's be honest, the only reason why the Texans made the playoffs last year is because that division is terrible. But the thing is, he wasn't the reason why that team was so like decent. He was one of the bright spots of the team. Their O line was terrible, and their wide receivers were all injured. So there, CJ Stroud is a great QB. Moving on, we have Caleb Williams. I'm putting him at the top of average. I can't get myself to put him with someone who was quarterback of a playoff team, someone who went to a Super Bowl, someone who also was a quarterback of a playoff team, and someone who's also a quarterback of a playoff team and had 4,000 plus yards. I can't do that right now. He's very borderline because he was not the reason why the Bears were so bad. But the thing is, he also was not that great. I put him in average, but he's very close to that tier over here with great, good, and great. Moving on, we have Daniel Jones. He's bad. He's not a good QB. This is why I think the Colts are going to be so bad next year. There's not a single QB in that QB room that I think is above this. Every single one of them are terrible, legitimately terrible, and I just don't know. Who else is going to be their quarterback? Jason Bean. There's not much there that can actually that can help that Colts team. That Colts team is terrible. Moving on, and these are the two reasons why. Moving on, we have Drake May. I'm putting him here, just behind Caleb Williams in average. This is a very interesting quarterback. Because the thing is, last year what he showed, I'm very excited for what Drake May and the Patriots can do next year. I think this team, there's a reason why I think the Patriots will finish either just outside the playoffs or in the playoffs, because I think Drake May can be really good next year, and Mike Vrabel obviously is a great coaching hire. And one of the biggest reasons why I think that is because of Drake May himself. I think Mike Vrabel can coach Drake May. I know he's not like this QB whisperer, but the fact that he can go to the playoffs and like AFC Championship games with Ryan Tannehill, he can do it with Drake May, I personally believe. So Drake May is right next to Caleb Williams here, but both of them can definitely jump up here in this tier. Moving on, we have Dak Prescott. Dak Prescott I'll put here with the rest of these guys. I can't put him with these guys at all. I don't know how anyone could. Regular season quarterback, he is one of the best in the NFL statistically. Legitimately very good in the regular season. But the only problem with Dak Prescott is when it comes to the playoffs, he cannot perform. Dak Prescott is a teetering top 10 QB in the league. And I don't know how anyone could really disagree with that. But I will put him behind all four of these guys because if I'm being honest, I'll take all four of them over Dak Prescott when it gets to the playoffs. Moving on, we have Geno Smith. I'm going to put him in average. I know so many people try to hype him up and say that he's better and that he's a good/great quarterback. But if I'm being honest, I don't know if I can say that. He's a journeyman for a reason. He's a good starting QB in the league. But the thing is, I would rather take all these guys over Geno Smith if I'm being honest, regardless of age or experience and all that. I'm going to take all these guys and anyone that's going to be here with them above Geno Smith. Moving on, we're on a good stretch here with quarterbacks. Josh Allen, I'm putting him in the best tier. Obviously, MVP last year, one of the best QBs in the league, and it's going to be one of the best QBs for coming on years because Josh Allen is just that guy. He is just that guy, people. Josh Allen is one of the best QBs in the league and argue the best QB in the league. But there's this guy over here that's going to challenge him on that. Joe Burrow. I think Joe Burrow is also in the best tier. Statistically, he is by far and away one of the best QBs in the entire league. Legitimately was the only reason why the Bengals were not near the bottom of the league when it comes to record. Their offense was unbelievable, and the only reason why they didn't make the playoffs because their defense was the worst in the NFL, or one of the worst in the NFL. So Joe Burrow is definitely in the company with all the people who are in the best tier. Moving on, we have Jaden Daniels. I'm putting Jaden Daniels in the good/great category with all these guys. Jaden Daniels had one of the best, if not the best, rookie season of all time last year. Legitimately a very good quarterback. A legitimate triple threat. Very good arm and very good legs. And the thing is, he's also, with what I saw last year, not a dangerous runner. He got hurt that one game, but other than that, he was relatively healthy all year. Jaden Daniels, I think, is going to be an amazing QB for the Commanders for years to come. Moving on to Joe Flacco, I think he is legitimate bottom of average. I think he is so I think he's better than almost any of the QBs the Browns have. Because every other QB is Dylan Gabriel, Shadur Sanders, and Kenny Pickett. I think Joe Flacco's the best QB out of all four of them. So yeah, put Joe Flacco at the bottom of average, but he is not too far away from the bad category, if I'm being honest. Justin Fields, I'm putting him also in the bottom of average. He is very average. I think he's better than both of these guys, but there's an argument if he's better than Daniel Jones. There is an argument you can have, but I personally think he is slightly better than Daniel Jones, just enough to put him in the average tier. Hold on, let me actually do this real quick. Just enough to put him in the average tier. I think he is okay at best, and sometimes he can show some of his talents and show that he's actually a decent QB in the league. But most of the time, he just looks like a draft bust. Moving on, we have Jared Goff. Jared Goff, I'm gonna put also in the good slash great tier. Over here, I think I'm gonna put him slightly above Bo Nix. Jared Goff is a very good QB, and he fits perfectly for that Detroit Lions team. But if I'm the Lions, I think they would be better off with any of these three guys than Jared Goff. Off of the fact that these three guys can use their feet, kinda, but also like I don't know. I might be a homer when it comes to Baker Mayfield, but these two guys I would definitely take over Jared Goff. Moving on, we have Jalen Hurts. Jalen Hurts is at the top of the good slash great tier. He is a Super Bowl winning QB, a Super Bowl MVP, a MVP I think runner up a couple years ago. Jalen Hurts is an absolutely amazing QB. The only things you could say is he does not have as good stats as almost anyone in this tier when it comes to regular season stats. But when it comes to playoff success, he is the only person out of all of these, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, except for Brock Purdy and Jared Goff that's been to a Super Bowl and he's actually won it. So, if I'm being honest, I have to put him here. I'm not going to put him in the elite because I'd rather have everyone in the elite over Jalen Hurts if I have someone quarterbacking my team. But Jalen Hurts is definitely one of the best QBs in the league. Moving on, we have Justin Herbert. Herbert is going around here. Yeah, here. I think Justin Herbert is good slash great. The only reason why I have him below these two guys, and screw it, I'll put J. Daniels above him right now. This really is not. This isn't supposed to be taken a grain of salt because if you're taking all this like where they are specifically, that would make J. Daniels like the sixth best QB in the league right now, and he's not. But really, if I mean, it's just honestly who I'm ranking these just off like who would I want as my QB. All right, so but Herbert is definitely one of the best QBs in the league. He's top 10 QB in the league, and there's not even really a question. The only problem is when he gets to the playoffs, he does not perform like how he really should be performing. So that's why I'm putting Justin Herbert there. Jordan Love, I'm going to put at near the bottom of good slash great. I still think he is really good. The only thing is, last year was not too exciting if you're a Jordan Love fanboy. But the thing is, he is still a really good QB, and he's going to be the QB for the Green Bay Packers for quite a while. Kyler Murray, I'm gonna put at the top of average. He could very well go up in this tier, like very well go up in there. It's just he needs to stay consistent. He needs to stay consistent and healthy because sometimes he plays a game and he looks amazing, absolutely incredible. Like oh my god, this guy could be an MVP. He could take this team to the playoffs and hell maybe go on a run. And the very next week he looks like complete dog shit and like it makes some of the dumbest throws ever. It's like legitimately so infuriating to watch sometimes. But I'm going to put Kyler Murray here in the average tier. Kenny Pickett, I'm going to put in the bad tier. He might actually be worse than Anthony Richardson. Kenny Pickett's terrible. I think he's legitimately one of the worst QBs in the league. And if I'm going by here, he might be the worst QB in the league. But yeah, I'm putting him there. Not gonna harp too much on that. Lamar Jackson, easy. This isn't even a question. I'm putting him in the best category. Lamar Action Jackson is definitely up there, bro. Lamar, you can argue he was MVP last year. I might argue that. But the thing is, Lamar Jackson is one of the best QBs in the league. You could argue the best QB in the league. I don't think so. But he is arguably one of the best QBs in the league, and there's not even really a question about that. Anyone that still thinks he's like mediocre or here, I don't know what you're talking about. Michael Penix, I'm putting him like here. I think he played enough games for me to be able to rank him somewhat, so I'm gonna put him here right now. But he could very well like rise up if he has a really good season with the Falcons. We just don't really have much to go off of, so I'm putting him simply right here with these fellas. Next we have Matthew Stafford. Matt Stafford, I'm gonna put like here. At this point, I'm done like even ranking him anywhere that makes sense. I'm just gonna put him places. So yeah, ignore any of this. None of this means anything. Yeah, but Matt Stafford is one of the best QBs in the league. Top 10, you can argue. I would say top 10, but Matt Stafford is really good. No matter how old he is still throwing rockets out there every single week, and he's very reliable. Matt Stafford is is a perfect in home with the rest of these QBs. Moving on, we have Pat Mahomes. He is one of the best QBs in the league. He is a Hall of Famer already. Pat Mahomes, if I had to pick any QB to quarterback my team, I'm picking him, the quarterback of my football team. I don't know how anyone – it's that or Burrow because I'm picking those because of playoff success when it comes to these guys. It's Pat Mahomes or Burrow. But Pat Mahomes is one of the best QBs in the league. I don't think he is number one right now, just off the past like 2 seasons or whatever. I don't think he is, but he is definitely one of the best QBs in the league, and it's not even a question. Moving on, we have Russell Wilson. He is the definition of mediocre. I'm going to put him with Aaron Rodgers right here. Old guys who should just hang him up and just go to the Hall of Fame at some point after they retire. But I'm putting him here in average. He is legitimately so mediocre. Like, he's not the worst QB in the league, but he is sure as hell not anywhere near the best. He is so definition of mediocre. Moving on, we have Sam Darnold. I think he is at the very top of average. I'm not going to let last year fool me into thinking he's anywhere near. I'd rather have all of these guys over Sam Darnold right now. All these guys have showed so much more. And you could probably say, but Bo Nix and Jay Daniels. I take Bo Nix and Jay Daniels over him. Sam Darnold, I think, could very well have just done good under the Kevin O'Connell system and could very well flounder in Seattle. If he does good in Seattle, I will proudly move him up here. But if he does not, he's staying here. He's staying here and he's going to stick here for a long time because he is the definition of average, but could teeter up on top. Moving on, we have Spencer Rattler. He might be the worst QB in the league. My God, the Saints have awful QBs. Is him or Tyler Shuck? I'd rather die than pick any of these two guys, but he's the only one I can rank really fully. So putting him in the bad tier. Spencer Rattler is terrible. Moving on, we have Trevor Lawrence. Trevor Lawrence is going to be around here, I think. Trevor Lawrence is pretty decent. It's just he can't stay healthy, and I think could be the first year that he stays healthy. And he has Liam Cohen as head coach, an amazing offensive mind, no matter how much I dislike him for what he did at Tampa. But he is sticking here. But if he has another playoff type season next year, he's going to move up here. Moving on, we have good old Tua Tagovailoa. If you saw my short yesterday, you know my opinion on him. I think he is the most definition of mediocre QB in the league, and is just really doing what he does because of the weapons he have around him. I just think he is so mediocre. He can't stay healthy, but even when he's healthy, he doesn't play great all the time. Like, he is so mediocre. I take all these guys over Tua right now, and I don't know how. That might be crazy to some Dolphins fans, but Tua is so mid. And I don't know. Dolphins might, if they can't win anything with him, because he's not good in cold, he's not good in warm, he's not good in cold weather. He can't win the playoffs, even though there was one time he made the playoffs, he played terrible against the Chiefs. So yeah, I'm putting him in average. And Will Levis is sitting here in bad, with the rest of these goobers. So that's obvious. Surrender Cobra. Any sort of stupid shit he did last year just amplifies why he's there. Anyway, I know there's a lot of rambling. If you disagree with any of these takes, you're wrong. But if you do disagree with them, put them in the comments below and explain why you disagree with them. Anyway, that's about it. Kumph-E'S is correct about every football take he has. That's about it. See ya.